Jules Hotz, welcome to GMF Talk. Interest in the news is continuing to decline in part because of news fatigue, too much doom and gloom. Is solutions journalism the answer to this?
Yeah, that's a great observation. We've seen for years now, every single year, more and more people are avoiding the news. And the number one reason why that is because the news is disproportionately negative. It doesn't give people a sense of hope that things can change. And our case with solutions journalism is we say that it does provide that credible hope. You know, these are not stories about firefighters saving puppies and trees. These are stories about communities really coming together to solve problems. And it turns out that when audiences are exposed to solutions journalism, they are more engaged. They spend more time on the page. They're more likely to read stories from that journalist, subscribe to that outlet. And we do think that reporting on problems is necessary. The solution here is not to make everything solutions journalism, but it's to rebalance the news so that audiences get more of the whole story of the picture of progress that's happening in the world.
What would be some of your key tips for journalists who are looking to weave a bit more of a solutions focus into their stories?
So the number one question that I think has helped me in my reporting is to ask, who's doing it better? So to take a personal example from my life, I'm also a journalist. I report a lot on health, mental health, healthcare. The United States has a healthcare system that's really in shambles right now. You know, the health worker burnout, wait times, patient outcomes are not improving. But I think no matter what issue area you report on, asking that question of who's doing it better and then breaking it down into smaller questions like who has had promising results with lowering carbon emissions, who's managed to save money when it comes to healthcare spending. The more specific you can get with the question, the more your research will lead you to potential answers. And then from there, you'd want to investigate those answers that come up with the same rigor you would with investigative journalism, really getting to the why and how the solution actually works.
Finally, could you tell us a bit more about what sort of resources the Solutions Journalism Network offers and where interested journalists can find them?
So my favorite resource, maybe the resource that we're most famous for, is what's called the Solution Story Tracker. And it's a resource that's great, not just for journalists, but also for everyday readers who want to combat some of these problems you bring up of news fatigue and avoidance and sort of an unawareness of what's working. The Story Tracker is a collection of, I think it's over 15,000 vetted solution stories from all around the globe, a searchable database of issues like climate change, healthcare, democracy issues, looking at, what's working to address those. We also have on our website a lot of toolkits, and we call them learning labs, so that journalists around the world can teach themselves how to do this kind of reporting, how to interview, how to research, what questions to ask. And finally, of course, another resource that we're really, really proud of is the fact that we're a network and we have experts from all around the globe who lead webinars and hosts events and have made themselves available to others in the network for their expertise. So I would say to those journalists, just come check out our website, www.solutionsjournalism.org, and explore everything that they have to offer.